Guess what day it is? It's Bowtie Friday here on News Channel 8. I'm Junior Garcia, and here are some of the stories we have for you tonight. Police Commissioner speaks on St. Thomas murder. Inter-Island Ferry service on hold. And local man writes children's book. These stories and more up next on News Channel 8.
News Channel 8 is brought to you by Omega XL. Experience Larry King's breakthrough secret to joint pain relief, Omega XL. To order or find out more information, call 1-800-298-1647 or check us out at asseenonchanel8.com.
In tonight's top story, the recent shooting death of 26-year-old Keith Roy Keynes in St. Thomas has struck a chord with Police Commissioner Rodney F. Carrad Sr. He issued a statement on the shooting.
Good day. This is Police Commissioner Rodney F. Carrad Sr. On September 4th, 2014 at about 4:47 a.m., police on St. Thomas were dispatched to the area of Building 21 in Oswald Harris Court to a reported shooting. Officers were directed to an apartment in Building 21 where they found an unresponsive black male victim in a bedroom in the apartment. He appeared to have been shot at least one time to the upper body. The victim was identified as 26-year-old Keith Roy Keynes. Preliminary investigation reveals that this is not a random shooting incident. Investigation also revealed that there were no reports of shots being fired in the area of Oswald Harris Court prior to the call of the reported shooting victim at the location. This is a clear example of people becoming immune to the discharging of shots in many of our neighborhoods. The time when calls are made to 911 is when the caller or a family member is a direct victim of the shots being fired or when there is damage to personal property. When this occurs, it is too late. We as a community must be the ones to say enough is enough. We must be the ones to call and pass on specific information about those few living among us who are terrorizing our families in our homes, a place where one expects peace and tranquility. The elderly and minors living in these areas are suffering greatly when these senseless discharging of firearms occur. I'm asking for the community's assistance in solving this murder and any other murder or serious crime so there can be closure for the families and hopefully a serious reduction in retaliatory shootings causing the continuous demise of many of our young men. The only way this is going to happen is for a continued joint partnership with law enforcement, all law enforcement, federal and local, and a strong partnership with all of our community members. We, all of us, can make that difference. Trust must be built both ways, between law enforcement personnel and those we serve each and every day. The Virgin Islands Police Department has reached out to other agencies that have peace officers asking for their assistance in this effort. Every peace officer in this territory swore to protect and serve the people of this territory, and that is what is expected of them, nothing less. Anyone with information on this latest murder or any other murder can call Major Crime Detectives at 340-642-8449, that's a cell, or 340-774-2211, extension 5617 or 5619. Information can also be passed on to Crime Stoppers USVI at 1-800-222-8477. That's 1-800-222-TIPS or 911.
In other news, Inter-Island Ferry service between St. Thomas and St. John has been suspended over the last month due to unresolved issues between the VI government and the two ferry operators. Tonight, Public Works Commissioner Darrell Smalls provides an update on the matter.
Currently, the Department of Public Works has been in discussions with the two franchise operators that operate between the Cruise Bay and Red Hook. And currently, what the Department of Public Works and the government of the Virgin Islands is awaiting all the corporate documents from these two franchise operators. As you may be aware, in order to execute a contract, all of the legal documents to include business licenses and the whole nine yards have to be in place. So as soon as those are in the possession, we're going to be moving forward with executing the contract. I know I indicated that we intend to have the service back within the next 48 hours, and I've been assured by the two companies that they're working diligently to ensure that I have all of the documents. This is something that we've always required. It's something we have been working towards, but basically had to make sure that the two franchise operators clearly understood that the contract would be executed once those documents are in hand. Just in checking with my office, I understand that one of the franchisees may have delivered within the, just recently, as we're speaking, that information may have been delivered to my office. So as soon as I evaluate, make sure that it's all complete, we will be moving post haste to engage in that contract, and then as soon as the other documentation is received, we'll be moving post haste on that as well. So again, I just want to assure the community that, recognizing a lot of the information or misinformation that has been put out regarding the ferry boats recently, the government of the Virgin Islands, we have an obligation. We have to make sure that all of our documentation is in place, and as soon as that is, these contracts will be executed. And we're looking forward to these ferry boats, again, providing the service to the residents of the that ride between St. Thomas and St. John. I don't want to say specifically what the difficulty is. Obviously, as a business, you have to have a number of corporate documents in place, your articles of incorporation, your letters of good standing, your business license, your insurance, the whole 9 yards. And part of this, because of the federal funding and everything, we want to make sure that everything is in place. In the past, perhaps, we've allowed them to provide them at a later date. But with the execution of these contracts going forward, we want to make sure that everything is solid and firm, so we have no issues with any legal matters going forward.
3 males were arrested in the La Grande Princess area. Here's Melanie Rames with those details.
Police on St. Croix arrested 3 males, charging them with third-degree assault domestic violence. Police said they were conducting a follow-up investigation into an assault case when the suspects were taken into custody. Kareem Williams, age 31, Troy Nesbitt, age 39, and Kareem Gordon, age 29, were arrested at about 1:30 p.m. on September 4th. The suspects were held without bail pending their appearance at their advice of rights hearing. According to the preliminary report, police were in the La Grande Princess area conducting an investigation when they attempted to conduct a traffic stop on a white Ford Taurus in the area of Pelican Cove. However, the driver did not follow police instructions and halt his vehicle. Instead, the driver attempted to elude police. The vehicle was found minutes later abandoned in the Nicasio-Nico area, and police continued searching for the suspects, who were eventually captured in the La Grande Princess area.
In other law enforcement news, over the Labor Day weekend, police on St. Thomas arrested a number of persons as part of their Labor Day crackdown initiative. Here is VIPD spokeswoman Melanie Rames with the details.
Traffic enforcement officers in the territory recently concluded a Labor Day weekend crackdown on persons driving under the influence of alcohol or other drugs on the roads in the territory. Police have continued to remind drivers to be safe on the road. If you plan to or have been drinking, have a designated driver, call a friend or a taxi, and never drive while intoxicated. During the crackdown, traffic officers on St. Thomas arrested several persons who were driving under the influence. Several of these arrests included persons who collided with other vehicles while intoxicated. On September 2nd, police arrested 33-year-old Jeffrey Federhoff at about 2:10 a.m. Police said Federhoff was involved in an auto collision on Frenchman's Bay Road. He left the scene of the accident and resisted arrest. Officers said Federhoff was under the influence of alcohol. On September 1st, police arrested 53-year-old Elizabeth Caddison at about 10:15 p.m. Officers said Caddison was on Julian Jackson Drive and observed driving recklessly. Caddison failed the field sobriety test and the breathalyzer test. And Morovi Estevez Howard, age 42, was arrested on August 31st, minutes before 8 p.m. and charged with driving under the influence. Officers said Estevez Howard was on the Blyden Road when she was involved in an auto collision and left the scene. Officers administered the field sobriety test and the breathalyzer test, which she failed. And Stephen Haluska, age 60 of St. John, was arrested on August 30th at about 8:30 p.m. after he was charged with driving under the influence of alcohol. Police said Haluska was driving in the area of Calabash Boom when he was involved in an auto collision and determined to be intoxicated. Alicia Canstanado, Lyrone Rouse, and Wellington Liston Bailey were also all arrested in separate instances and charged with driving under the influence of alcohol during the Labor Day holidays.
Stay tuned. We have more news right after this.
This is News Channel 8. This is News Channel 8.
Welcome back to News Channel 8. Jamaica is bringing in new wealth to the island with its expansion into the bamboo industry. Here is Cynthia Graham with that story and more in your nightly Caribbean report.
Thank you, Junior. Jamaica will soon begin the large-scale production of bamboo that will be exported from the island for the construction of low-cost homes and other products such as furniture and charcoal. Jamaica aims to tap into the lucrative global market for bamboo products, which is estimated to reach $20 billion by next year. Of bamboo's possibilities, Gladstone Rose, a special projects director for the Jamaican government, said, quote, "The potential for export is great, and you can get jobs created and be assured of the creation of new industries," end of quote. Jamaica is currently constructing 3 bamboo factories across the island, as well as ensuring that persons can grow, preserve, and harvest the bamboo for its various uses. Countries in the Americas, including the Caribbean, have the highest obesity rates in the entire world. But health officials are fighting the epidemic with new, stricter regulations on food labeling, promotion, and advertising. The regulations seek to inform and protect consumers while creating incentives for healthier eating, according to Dr. Carissa Etienne, director of the Pan American Health Organization. She said that although the countries of the Americas are rich and diverse in healthy natural foods, the region is increasingly making junk food the new basic food. With stricter laws in place, the rights of small farmers are protected to produce healthy foods, guarantee customers' rights to decide what they want to consume, and stimulate the development of fair international trade. Finally tonight, NBA star Carmelo Anthony announced he is exploring investment opportunities in Puerto Rico through his recently created Technology Investment Fund. Anthony, who is the son of a Puerto Rican father, said, quote, "I really want to be the pioneer for that digital athlete. When it comes to technology, I want to be the face of that space for us," end of quote. In July, Anthony launched Mellow 7 Tech Partners, a fund that will invest in technology startups. Since its launch, Mellow 7 has put money into a company that creates digital children's books and a search engine for sports and entertainment tickets. Of his other involvements in Puerto Rico, Anthony has opened new basketball courts in low-income areas around the island through his charitable foundation. Well, tonight I sign off from my post here at Channel 8. It has been my distinct pleasure to work with the team here at the station to bring you important news from all across the beautiful region we all call home. Thank you for allowing me into your own homes every evening over the last several months. Until we meet again, I am Cynthia Graham. Good night, everybody. Junior, back to you.
No, thank you, Cynthia. It has been a pleasure having you on the team, and we wish you the very best in your future endeavors. Moving along, the reigning Miss St. Croix, Astia LeBron, wishes to thank the community for making the Success Fest school supply drive a successful venture. As a result of the community's generosity, Ms. LeBron provided over 100 students with school supplies. What an excellent way to come together in support of our children. New tonight, one local man is on a mission to teach the territory's youngest citizens their history. Albert Huggins stopped by the Channel 8 studio to talk about his newly released children's book, Teaching Children Histories and Stories.
Good day, my name is Mr. Huggins, and I'm having an interview with Channel 8 about my book. This is my book, Teaching Children History and Stories about the Virgin Islands. This is a children book. You could get it on eBay. My book is all about teaching children histories and stories. It's about children and a little old lady that goes to the school every day and talk to the children, tell them stories, what they will teach them and what they won't teach them. It's also about the little old lady that tell the children about stay in school, the importance of education in their life. I wrote this book on my own so that when children and parents could read it to each other. This book is located at eBay, Amazon, Author House, and many other places. You could get it on the internet. This is my book, Teaching Children History and Stories about our beautiful Virgin Islands.
Thank you, Mr. Huggins. Your book should make for good reading this school year. Students, be sure to pick it up. Stay tuned. We have more news right after this.
This newscast has been sponsored by Mario's Virgin Crystal. Let us save you the hassle of lugging those jugs around. Purified bottled water conveniently delivered to your home or office. Also available in your favorite grocery store. Call 773-2810.
This is News Channel 8. This is News Channel 8.
And finally tonight, the Firewalkers are having a special walkathon this weekend. Here is David, the Firewalker, with the details of this weekend's Firewalk.
Firewalkers, are you ready? Saturday, September 6th, we'll be walking from Canigata Ballpark to St. Croix Educational Complex. I repeat, Saturday, September 6th, we'll be walking from Canigata Ballpark to St. Croix Educational Complex. Be there by 4:30, 4:45 is warm-up time. We leave exactly 5 a.m. sharp. I repeat, be there by 4:30, 4:45. We leave exactly 5 a.m. sharp. Firewalkers are doing great stuff, and we need you to come on out and walk with the Firewalkers. This walk is good for your stress, cholesterol, high blood pressure, diabetes, and everything else. You that is watching me right now, you need to come out and join the Firewalkers. It's a lot of fun. It's about your health. Come on out, start in the dark, walk in the day. Remember, we walk in the morning time in the coolness, and by the time we reach to our destination, the sun is just starting to come up. I need to see you there. Take your health more seriously. And for those of you that can't walk with us, at least the driving lawnmower that you're using, go back to using your pushing lawnmower. Everything counts. Exercise is exercise. Let your heartbeat pump.
Stay with us. We have your local weather coming up next.
Your weather coming up next. Your weather.
And here's a look at your local weather.
Tonight, scattered showers, partly cloudy with the low around 78. East-northeast wind around 15 miles per hour. Chance of precipitation is 30%. New precipitation amounts of less than 1/10 of an inch possible. Saturday, scattered showers, mainly before noon. Mostly sunny with a high near 85. East wind around 15 miles per hour. Chance of precipitation is 30%. New precipitation amounts of less than 1/10 of an inch possible. Saturday night, isolated showers, partly cloudy with the low around 78. East-southeast wind 16 to 20 miles per hour. Chance of precipitation is 20%. On Sunday, isolated showers, mostly sunny with a high near 86. East wind around 14 miles per hour. Chance of precipitation is 20%. And on Sunday night, scattered showers and thunderstorms, mostly cloudy with the low around 82. East-northeast wind around 16 miles per hour. Chance of precipitation is 30%. New rainfall amounts of less than 1/10 of an inch, except higher amounts possible in thunderstorms. And on Monday, scattered showers and thunderstorms before noon, then isolated showers. Mostly sunny with a high near 84. East-southeast wind 14 to 16 miles per hour. Chance of precipitation is 30%. This is Cheryl Francis with your Channel 8 News Weather.
Thank you very much for tuning in to Bowtie Friday. It brings us to another fantastic close. Do not forget to like us on Facebook at WSVI-CH8. And also follow us on Twitter at WSVI-TV News Channel 8. Be sure to subscribe to Channel 8 on your YouTube at WSVI-TV News Channel 8. Watch us on your computer, plus use the free Dish Anywhere app to DVR us or see us anywhere in the world on your smartphone or tablet. I'm Junior Garcia, and World News is up next. Good night, Virgin Islands.
News Channel 8 is brought to you by Omega XL. Experience Larry King's breakthrough secret to joint pain relief. Omega XL. To order or find out more information, call 1-800-298-1647 or check us out at asseenonchanel8.com.